Hearty.
Okay, well, guys, hey, Colin, who are we?
We are Condo Grayskull.
Hey, Mike Davis, what episode is this?
This is episode 14.
Oh, nice. Mike
got it
Pacaro,
right.
what's today's date?
Tuesday, April 8th, 2014.
Damn.
Oh, my God. Hey, welcome back, Mike.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
It is nice.
We dragged him from the infirmary. Here's a little cheers.
Little cheers.
Well,
Little
there you go.
toast
Little-
to Mike
cheers,
being
man.
back.
Kinky.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Kinky.
I do want to say thank you so much to Bama for helping us out. That was
Absolutely.
really cool.
You know,
Subbing in.
I did. It took me a little bit longer because I was in the infirmary, but it did. I did listen to the podcast, and it was awesome. It was awesome. Bama did a very good job.
He
and
did.
It was
He did.
very obvious that he had a really good time doing it. So
You know, I was going to read his resume to get onto this online on the
did
air.
did he fill one
Yeah,
out?
he did. He filled out an application and he
How's it-
gave me the resume.
How's
and I
the
was like,
background check going?
We're still going through that. Yeah,
It's a big file. It's a
I
big
don't have
file.
enough printer paper. Let's just say that. No, but it was a really good episode. So thanks again
Send
to
someone
him.
to
The
Staples.
records get lost going back.
Yes,
That's
thank
right.
you,
That's
Bama.
right.
Alabama's
But,
still
you
behind
know-
the times.
It's interesting. I'm going to start this one off a little different because it was scary not having Mike. It makes you realize, something can happen at any moment.
It's true.
It's
true.
Just that a moment's notice, you're not here to podcast anymore,
I was-
or live or both.
I was struck down.
But more importantly, podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
We can't have replacements.
enough
every
about
week.
you. It's about me. So,
Yeah.
so I thought, we should write our wills. Anything can happen. We got to be prepared, guys.
Right. Last
And,
will and testament, just in case.
Yeah, and I thought,
For those quote unquote because you never know
right.
situations.
I totally agree, and you want to be prepared. You want to
Absolutely.
be prepared
Absolutely.
because if you're not, I mean, that's your parents said that your whole life, and when you become 30, you're like, God, you make so much
I'm prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents are like Black Dolph. You know what I mean? They're so wise.
Hot black Gandalf.
So I'm gonna read my last will and testament.
Okay,
And
go for
it's-
it.
So when I die, Mike Davis, I'm going to give you my collection of Mike Davis perfect boob drawings, signed, of course.
I didn't realize you were
Signed by himself?
Yeah.
Well,
realize
no,
you were-
I drew
Hey,
them.
You signed.
okay.
interested
gotcha.
in the.
Yeah.
Oh, is this like a Titanic thing?
Yeah.
Huh?
Where
think so.
I posed for you?
I don't know if you knew I was there.
Maybe unbeknownst. Unbeknownst.
I don't
that
know
you-
if
He
know
caught
it's
you
there.
while you were passed
Were
out
you
on
at-
NyQuil.
Were you at my house?
Yeah.
Did you give me this NyQuil?
I will
cop
say
a feel?
this. Huh?
Did you cop
There,
a feel?
there is a certification of authenticity on how great his boobs are. It's
Wow,
true.
wow.
They're amazing. Very shapely. But, to
Comes with
Bama,
the- comes with the
Bama, I'm going to give him my bow and 9 million arrows. Because
Cool.
I'm dead. I don't need
Yes.
So he'll probably kill 2 zombies, maybe?
them. Well, hopefully. We'll see.
Yeah.
But listen, Colin, I'm going to give you my signed missile selfie with certification of authenticity and an attached court-martial.
Oh.
I thought you'd like
Is that legal to have?
Only in
Probably
6
not.
states.
That's for you to figure out. I'm
Oh,
dead.
God.
6 states.
Mike Pacaro,
I'll
listen.
take it.
Yeah.
You get my custom modded TPJ. That thing is sick.
It's a TPJ.
Yeah, it's you might have said it wrong, but
TPJ.
did I say it wrong? TPJ. Davis, I got more. I got
Wow,
more for all you
wow.
guys. I want to give you
You're
my.
so generous, and you're.
I just have a lot of items.
Yeah, the-
Where is it going to
yeah.
go in storage?
The big
father and son.
The
Yeah.
bequeathing.
There you go.
The bequeathing is bordering on super
be-
generous.
who
now.
bequeath-
Well, whatever.
It's bequeathing.
Bequeathing around here. Anyways,
Oh my God, was that me? I'm so sorry.
so
Dust comes out.
Mike, it's important that you get my collection of Punky Brewster holiday specials on DVD.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
'Cause
very much.
I want you to be just as scared as I was. Colin, I get to give you whatever I want,
Yeah.
but you get to receive my jar of chemtrail snow
Oh.
and my research and making stuff department. The whole department.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do
Research
so much
and
stuff with
making
that.
stuff.
Yeah, the R&M.
R&M, right,
Yeah.
right.
It's the R&M department. So that's for you. That's important. You're super smart. I think you would really take that somewhere special.
I'm more excited about the snow, but
Oh, okay. Well,
Snorted.
That's why I put them together.
Special
Pacaro,
snow.
I'm going to give you my cookbook collection, including my coveted Papa Gasploosh recipe. I figured that you could use that and would
Yeah.
enjoy it. So.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
winner on anniversaries.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Just make something
Absolutely.
special for the ladies.
you'll
Mike
be the only
Davis
one eating.
And birthdays and Christmas.
Anytime. I do whatever you want. I'm dead. I don't care.
Quinceañeras, what have you.
So, Mike Davis, I'm going to give you Jerry Maguire. Not the man, the movie.
Have I returned that yet? I think you actually did physically let
All right,
me
well, if
borrow
I'm
that.
dead, just keep it. Cool. All right. Let's see here. Colin, I'm going to give you my season tickets to SeaWorld.
Ah,
I know how much you like that.
yes.
Yeah. Mike Bacaro, I'm going to give you a
Love
goddamn
whale
burrito.
captivity.
It's been sitting there a while, and it's got about... I better die soon, because I wouldn't either.
It's pretty funky.
Oh, yeah.
Did you at least wrap it in tinfoil?
Oh, yeah. A couple
In the
layers.
freezer, maybe?
I froze it. Mike Davis, I gave you my Black Dolph action figures.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was hoping I was going to get those.
Colin, I'm going to give you my guide to WWA.
Ah, okay.
Wife wants
All right.
anal.
All right.
Just a few more, Mike Picaro. I'm going to give you my invitation to a 22-minute seminar on stalkers. I hope you use it
Hopefully
wisely.
it teaches me a thing or two.
I think it will. Davis, I'm going to give you my Xbox One and updated iOS iPhone 5, no refundables. Non-refundables.
Thank you.
No refundables. No one talks like that except me. And that's what makes me unique. I'm a snowflake. Colin, I'm going to give you a mic stand that doesn't fall over from a mouse fart.
Yeah. This mic stand is a little jerry
I'm
rig
sorry
over
about
here.
that. Yeah. Well, it's not, but it should be. We should have a lot of packaging tape on that thing. And then last but not least, Mike Picaro, a pop filter that isn't in love with you. That thing just keeps going towards him. Yeah. So we have
Keep trying to go down on him.
Damn.
And
I love internal
I'll,
love.
fight, I'll fight you for that
remember me forever. That's me.
Joe
Anyone
Will.
else?
God
Anyone
bless.
else have a will or?
Well,
you know?
I have one right here, and
Colin has
there's also
one
a
right here.
short attached obituary
Okay.
along with this. So
Excellent.
says
Overachiever.
yes, Colin Patrick Zemer, March 17th, 1987 to April 8th, 2014. Today, the world is mourning the death of Colin Patrick Zemer. Another legend gone the way of Cobain, Hendrix, and Morrison to join the infamous 27 Club.
Quite a
Choked on his throat.
Quite a pantheon.
Cause of death was determined to be a demon swine overdose, which is the common street name for a mix of Diablo 3 and bacon.
Oh shit!
I was going to say super bacon.
Yeah.
Super bacon.
According to his will, he has left his entire estate to the remaining Condo Grayskull members, although reports state that they have fake died as well.
Super fake dead.
All right. So to Joe, okay, so this one is kind of divided up among the three of you. I've divided up my computer. Joe, you're going to get my video card and a solid state drive.
Okay.
Mike Picaro, you're going to get my my case along with all my fans because I know your computer likes to run a little hot.
Yes.
Yep.
My power supply and
Very
a solid
useful.
state drive. And Michael Davis, you're going to get my motherboard and my processor.
Nice.
So I hope one day that you guys can put that to good use and experience real PC gaming.
Oh
See,
wow.
that's the thing is, we'd have to work together to make that
Yeah,
work.
it won't be like Voltron. We get together and just put it all together.
Yeah.
All right. To Joe, I also leave
Yes.
you my scary Disney sing-along collection.
Yes.
You
Fuck
were on
you
the same
guys. I
wavelength
knew I
then.
was going to get that.
To Mike Davis, I leave you my Battle.net account so you can experience Diablo 3 the way it was meant to be.
Yep. Yeah.
Not on the 360.
Not on a Game Boy.
To Mike Picaro, I leave you my little known fact. I actually own a SeaWorld, and I'm leaving you my BBW
Oh yeah.
on my death.
I'll ride him very proudly.
Yes.
Until he eats me.
Isn't that Big Black Women?
We keep those
Or
there
she
as well.
eats me, I guess.
Right.
Mike Davis,
That's a huge bitch.
I will leave you my rare pair of hipster glasses so you can
Yes.
finish the
Oh,
ensemble.
yeah. You can watch
Yes.
Oblivion wearing those
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'll drink my coffee before it gets cool
Hey, you Polish? You poster?
in those glasses.
Right. To Joe, I will leave you my entire 50 gigabytes of Flight Simulator videos since I know you love those so much.
It's not that I don't like them.
Yeah.
They're just extensive.
So yeah, you can enjoy those whenever you
Okay,
want.
thank you.
And then finally, to Michael Picaro, I'm going to give you your 22 minutes back.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Please.
go.
Yes.
Please.
Oh man, that's great.
Thank you, man.
So I guess
I
he's
love you
getting
guys.
buried with his anal intruder. That sucks. I even mentioned I wanted that, and the asshole didn't give it to me.
Damn. Shit
Uh,
out of
That's-
luck.
You know what?
He's what did you say? Being buried?
He's being buried with it, running.
Yeah. With an extension cord.
It's
through
just
the
always
ground.
running.
All
That's
right.
great. Who's up next? Who's up
see.
next?
Which
Listen.
one of you mics wants to fake die now?
In the event of my untimely death,
Yes.
I will entrust to you a few things that I cherish very much. Mr. Michael Davis, I will leave you my Xbox One. Okay.
You're gonna have two of them now,
Oh
and
my
I'm not gonna
God.
have any.
Land party.
Exactly.
With myself.
So once you have it, you can finally see what we were all doing online. However,
Right.
we've since moved on, so you still have nobody to play with. So
It's like none of my friends are online.
Only one
Yes,
left.
I can. What are you guys up to? Not Xbox One.
Nothing.
to Colin, I'm going to leave my iPhone
Oh.
so that he may finally see that Android is a piece of shit.
Oh my God. I don't know if it'll
iPhone
work.
is way
I
better.
see.
Now, I understand that he may not accept this gift,
Right.
being that he's stubborn.
I'd rather fake die.
But
You'd rather real die, it sounds like. Yeah, you're motivated.
if that was the case,
Right.
I would relinquish it to Mr. Michael Davis.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
he could experience
He's going to have two
iOS
Xbox Ones and
so
two
he-
phones.
So he could have iOS
So
7.
Right.
So I can really have proof that it was the best decision not to upgrade ever.
Because we're dead. We probably died from those.
You can experience what iOS is like in this decade.
Right.
To Mr. Joseph Frederick,
Yes.
I leave you my road bike.
Oh, man. That's
Nice.
At least it will finally get some use because I've not been riding that fucker in a while.
sweet. All right. Thank you.
And along with that, I'm going to give you a Swiffer duster. You can dust that fucker off.
Okay, thank
because-
you.
Yeah.
No offense. I hope you die.
I have one. Well,
I love you, but fuck you.
those are my prized possessions. So
Right, that's great.
That's what I'm leaving to you all.
you.
Aw.
Very well
Yeah.
done.
Use them in good health.
Thanks, man. I'm sure I
Wow.
could get a couple $100 for that thing.
Yeah, probably could.
That's great.
That's fine. You do what you will.
Hopefully you use it.
Well, good job. boys.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
A little
yeah.
tear. I got to wipe that away. There you go.
Right.
That meant a lot. What about you?
I feel a little bit at a loss because you guys had such involved, last will and testament.
You don't have to be
with
involved.
Regards to, no, I mean, I had asked the question a little bit earlier
Sure.
about,
Somebody call Bama.
what are we gonna do?
Oh,
What are we gonna?
geez.
Yeah, no, right?
I'm just kidding.
Tap me out. Tap me in. Tap me out. Tap me in.
Let me begin. Battle me, it's a sin. Let's go. So, do you have anything?
Yeah, I don't know what I would be leaving. I mean, other than my perfect breasts.
Yeah, because I know I don't want your
'Cause I have-
iOS
'cause I have
5.1 or
those.
whatever
But
it is.
yeah, I don't know
You know?
what I have that
gonna have to
anybody would
fight
really
over
want. Like,
those.
okay, like
Perfect
Colin,
breasts.
I could leave you my 2 kids, but I don't really know if you want those.
Hey, you like traveling? Here's some
have,
luggage.
I have a fear of sharks in pools when I'm swimming at night.
Okay.
You
So
gonna leave me that as well?
maybe
That sucks.
I
Yeah.
could give you that. Mike Picaro, I could leave you my disdain for pants
Okay.
because I don't like
That's
pants.
not so bad.
And I
That's
love
not
pants.
terrible, right?
Unless
I
you have
love
like a
pants.
business meeting.
It'll balance me out a little bit.
Well, I mean,
a video conference.
everybody kind of has to share that though a little bit. You think?
Yeah.
They're just not hatred for pants. I get home from work and I have a fan in my room. This is just a little insight, but I have a fan in my room. I take my pants off and I stand in front of that fan, probably for a good solid.
As a Condo
2 minutes.
Grayskull fan, they're like, I love you so much. Thank you for inviting me into your
Unfortunately,
house.
no. It's
They just stand there blowing.
Probably how you keep getting sick.
probably. Yeah. No. It blows right there in just that general area.
That's great.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. The disdain for pants.
Okay.
And then I don't know what else. My unluck with ladies. I couldn't leave you with that.
I don't need
Here's
that.
the problem.
I couldn't leave you with that because
Mike, you get tons of ladies.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't.
Well,
I don't know.
Seems like a lot.
Maybe.
I'm a commitment
Yeah.
guy, so I just
See,
see
for
you keep
me,
dating
you
new
give
girls.
that
I'm like,
to
that's
me,
a lot.
and it would actually turn into luck. It would like balance out
Okay.
the other direction.
So to Colin then.
Yeah.
So to Colin,
I will take your unluck against my unluck.
Okay, there you go.
Two negatives make
It's
a
the
positive.
lesser.
Yeah.
It's the lesser of 2 evils.
I'll just be riding
right.
Mike's road bike around you two while you figure that out.
And then I would leave my road bike to Mike because Joe's going to be using.
But he's
Mike's,
dead.
And
Can I
well,
get it
he
too?
can be buried with mine because I'm dead too. I'm not going to do
shit.
anything with it
This sucks.
unless Lauren wants to ride it.
Oh.
Oh, that's a
You know,
beautiful
maybe
bike.
you guys
Yeah.
could be doing it.
Beautiful.
Be doing it together.
Absolutely.
Road back
Well,
music.
there you go. We know what we're gonna do.
yeah.
Contingency plan. Smart.
We're all so great.
Yay.
We're
Let's
great.
not die. Let's just not die.
Let's just
That
keep
would-
going.
Yeah,
I don't want
gonna
this to happen.
say-
I just
gonna
wanted to be
say,
prepared.
But let's not.
All right,
let
now that we've
happen.
unleashed that bad mojo into the room.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, I
not
know.
say we
Let's-
did.
Let's put that into the universe. Great job, us. Okay, well that's great. You know, I mean, there you go. Just rip it up.
good
There you
job.
go. Rip it up.
Wait, let me delete that fucking email over here.
So, guys, I saw a few movies.
Nice.
Did you?
Cool.
I saw Phallus Buyers Club, Dallas Buyers Club.
Phallus Buyers
Nice.
Club.
Did I mention this in the last podcast? I think I
No.
might have.
No, you were telling me,
So I saw that one.
Yeah.
I saw that one. I also saw American Hustle.
Okay.
Did I mention that one?
Yeah, to me.
Did you like
So-
it?
I did. Yeah.
I liked that.
I thought it
movie.
was a really good movie. I
Yeah.
thought it was kind of comparable to Dallas Buyers Club. I think Dallas Buyers Club kind of it struck the heartstrings a little bit more.
I think you should say that Dallas Buyers Club is a little bit like American Hustle, only because American Hustle came out before.
Well, I mean, they're similar in the sense they're kind of serious dramas. You know, I mean, I just think the subject matter is what makes one probably more awarded than the other.
Okay.
I think that's why Dallas Buyers Club. I mean, I can't believe how much weight he lost.
Yeah,
It's-
a
it's-
lot.
He's like skeletal.
There was an interview where he was just saying that there were some days where he
didn't
didn't
eat. He didn't eat.
Didn't eat.
Yeah.
And I mean that's he
was-
was in good shape before.
Yeah.
Where
he
did
was always
all of a sudden he just
ubiquitous.
he just
Blew
had a
up.
resurgence.
Blew
I
up.
mean, he was doing silly, goofy movies. I've always kind of liked him because he's just kind of a likable guy.
I think he's
like
always
Ed
been
TV
good.
was awesome. I liked even Failure to Launch. I don't know if you guys ever saw that one. It's kind of like a rom com, but
No, I'm
pretty
not
good.
married, Michael.
Yeah,
I
well,
think he.
but he's so awesome. Fucking True Detective.
I briefly
Man.
spoke with him when I worked at the country club.
Wait, what?
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was
Cool.
there. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, I talked with him for like a minute or
Was
something.
Did he come
Cool
over
guy?
and say,
Oh yeah,
hey,
totally
like a
cool guy.
pretty
He was,
cool
he was there
guy.
with his son. He
Oh,
just
wow.
totally chill. nod.
I feel like he just kind of got past his old roles, his old stigma, and they gave him a shot. Maybe I don't know because I
Yeah.
mean he had what is it, A Time to Kill? That was a serious one. He had a lot of lawyer movies, right?
Well, he
Lincoln
had
Lawyer.
a small role in that DiCaprio movie. What was it? Wall Street.
Oh right, Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall
He
Street.
did a great job, and that was big.
He also had a lot. I think they filmed Wolf of Wall Street in conjunction with
looked
when
really thin.
because he was super thin.
He was thin. in
Yeah,
that.
and I
That's
remember
true.
there was that
All
one
coked
that small
up.
scene where he's hitting himself in the chest.
yeah.
Like this is how you get yourself pumped
Yeah.
up. And then I just remember. I think well we watched the screener here. I think it was Lauren who was like, "Oh my god, does he have cancer?" Or something?
Yeah, yeah. Sounds like.
I was like,
Lauren.
no,
I gotta
he's
see
just
all those
getting
movies.
ready for a role.
Yeah, I
And
just
then-
recently watched that.
Oh, sorry.
Wolf of Wall Street. No, I was just saying.
I think the one that we'd all be interested in is I saw the newest Captain America.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned you had said that was a bit more along the lines of serious.
It was way more serious
Right.
because I feel like a lot of them have those hints of like comedy, and it was there. It's just it was long. It was 2 hours and 16 minutes.
Yeah, it's a commitment.
It's a long
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
It's a long movie. Real hard hitting. Like all the fights are like just really. I don't know how to
Like
explain
literally hard. Like
Yeah, exactly. Just really. I can't really explain it because it's not like kung fu where it's like 1,000 tiny punches. It's like 10 punches that hurt.
right. Well, it's that
And
super.
they're
it's
quick.
that super soldier
Yeah.
serum.
But it was a
coursing
good
through
movie.
his veins.
It was a good movie. There's just points where I was just like, "Holy cow! I can't wait till this is over." Yeah.
Oh,
I really
Because
have
such a
to pee.
terrible
because I am
feeling.
super tired, and it makes me sad because I was like, I need to see it again. So,
That's at the point where when you're at Cinepolis, you just you punch the screen and have the waiter come over and bring you a Red Bull.
yeah, I was ready for that.
Yeah.
In fact,
Can
I
you
had
just
to.
Bring me a Red Bull, please.
I had to while I was there.
Nice.
well,
I
you
was
saw
like-
that movie really late. That was probably a
it
bit
was
of a
really
mistake.
late. It was really late. Yeah, after I had some bangers and mash over
Nice.
at public school, it was delicious.
Nice
yeah.
moves.
Yeah, it was delicious. But anyways, those were the three movies. Yeah,
Nice.
three
Cool.
movies I saw.
Excellent.
Have you guys?
I've seen 0 movies.
Oh, that's well.
In a
Zero
while.
movies?
0
Just
movies.
0.
Well, not
Yeah,
in my
I-
lifetime, but in the
All
past
right.
couple weeks. It's
All
been a
right, fair
while,
enough.
man. It's
That
been
sucks.
a while.
We should
Started
go
watching the Hunger Games, actually.
Okay.
The newest one. And you know what?
Catching
We
fire.
both,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
My wife and I fell asleep.
And then the yawning started.
It's a
and it was
testament
all
to
over.
the cinematography.
24-hour rental, right? So we wait till the next day. Baby goes to bed.
Nope.
Time was up.
Can't watch it.
Time was expired.
Oh shit!
Can't do it.
Oh.
You know what though? The iTunes store, we got an Apple TV. They're
What a
like
surprise.
$4 or $5. It's relatively cheap for a rental.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
surprised. Yeah, I know.
Do
I
you-
didn't even buy it actually.
Do you
but
like it?
It plugs. Everything plugs in pretty well with each other.
No,
Yeah,
okay,
I
okay.
bet it
Now,
is.
I'm curious to know. You have an Apple TV, but you've also, you're accustomed to Netflix, things like that.
Sure.
Are you happy with what the Apple TV is?
Sure. Yeah, I think it's cool. I mean, it's pretty user friendly. It's real basic. It's just
It's super
apps.
basic. Yeah.
It's apps.
Yeah, that's all it is.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine for what I use it for because Sarah my wife doesn't have to navigate through the Xbox. She's
Okay.
actually
Yeah, that's true.
She's actually
So
learned
does
it
it-
pretty well. She's fucking screaming at the Kinect.
Do they actually like?
Really?
Yeah, she got it down now.
Oh,
But
really?
she was fighting with that thing for a while. It was hilarious.
Turn on.
It was not doing
Oh
what she
my
wanted
God.
to do, and for whatever reason, like she'll like be animated about it, and then it like picks up her hand movement, and like it starts doing something different with the gesture control,
Oh,
and she's
God.
just I can see like she's so on fire about it.
It boots up Dance Dance Revolution.
Lauren
want to
couldn't get it
play?
working either. She had the same issue. It would not listen to her. It wouldn't. I mean, it does sometimes, but I could get it to work perfectly. And
But she
she's
was a
like,
registered user, though.
Well, yeah, she
right?
get
I
logged
mean-
in. That doesn't matter. Her voice, because that's just her face. She walks up to the screen, it logs her in. But when she'd start talking, I don't know if it's just because she has a lighter voice, but it just wouldn't listen to her.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
And she
weird.
gets it to work. She gets it to work, but it's so funny because she just feels like it actually has something against her. She thinks it's racist.
What about Scout?
Oh, Scout, it
Xbox
works
are not-
perfectly.
Xbox are
It works
not-
perfectly for Scout. Yeah.
Yep.
I can't do that.
Yeah, it just goes directly to Animal
He
Planet.
just he sits there and watches cat videos all
Yeah, he
day.
just,
Discovery
he
Channel
just
is
sits
just
there training.
Two beavers having sex for 2 hours.
Oh,
and
man.
like, all right.
Yep, that's about it.
I think it was Eric Friesen that posted on Facebook. He just shared something. But did you guys see the Jedi cats?
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Yes.
How fucking hilarious
Oh
and
my
awesome is
God.
that?
So good.
Well, the one where they're sitting there,
They're
and
staring
then
at each
they're
other.
staring at each other, and then one of them makes a move, and the other one stands up.
And then the sword comes out.
For like 6 hours, it's just standing there. I mean,
staring.
yeah, that alone is
Pretty frightening
pretty
cat, man.
disconcerting. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh my god, I've
Is this-
never seen a cat.
Is
stab
this the
that
beginning of us posting cat videos?
Well, we are going to
Condo
post this
Grayskull?
one probably.
Maybe, yeah.
But you know what the crazy thing is? That thing stands up. It doesn't look normal. You see a dog stand up, you're
Oh, I
like,
know.
okay, a dog stands up.
Well,
cool.
it's the whole
Because
thing that
it like
they're just
he pushes the
weird.
shoulders
Yeah, the
forward
pelvis.
and
It's
like,
just.
Oh, there's other videos where
pushed
cats
out
do
and-
that too. There's like one where a cat gets scared and he like stands up and like walks away like it's very weird looking.
oh my god.
Yeah.
it's like fuck
They're
this.
fucking
I'm outta
weird
here.
animals, man.
Just
Yeah.
stands up and walks away.
Scared me so hard I became a human.
I'm not a fucking cat person. I'm not.
No, I'm
I
not
love
either.
cats. I think they're funny.
I don't like cats either.
They're like personality. They got different personalities. I think that's why I enjoy them. I mean, they're not. I mean, they both have their pluses, dogs and cats.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Like
Yeah.
dogs are just like are the loyal, companions, or cats are like another person in your house. Like
You gotta
they're kinda
earn
different.
their love and their respect.
Okay,
yeah.
let me say something real quick. I used to work in a vet clinic. I would like cats more if I wasn't allergic. Let's just say
Yeah,
that.
that
I worked in a
sucks.
vet clinic, yeah.
I didn't know
This is
that.
before I actually worked at Vaughn's where I met you. So I was in high school, right? And I had hardcore allergies, and there was this fucking cat. It was a Himalayan named Puffers, and it was an asshole.
Fuck it.
He was an
fucking
asshole.
puffers.
So I would clean around, sweep and do all this stuff, and it would walk right where I swept, and it would fucking sway around, and it would know it was just shedding its ass off, and then it would look at me with its stupid face, and then walk away, right? So one day,
And finally, you kicked it.
oh, I wanted
Across
to,
the
but
room.
there's like 50 like animal lovers. I'm, here I am like breaking its neck, and I'm like, hey, doctor. No, so one day I'm walking around, and I notice there's like a little movement in the trash can. I'm like, what is that? And I walk over and I look down, and I see Puffer's stupid face looking up at me, and it's just like,
Oh, he got stuck in the trash can.
yeah, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. So I
Good
just
for him.
walk
yeah.
the fuck away.
Sucks to be you, cat.
Yep. I wish there was a lid. I would have put it on there.
I wish there was hot fucking oil I wanted to pour
Now,
on top of you.
do I hate cats? No, but that cat I hated.
That cat was stupid.
That cat was so mean to me.
You missed an opportunity. If you rescued him, you never know. You guys could have bonded, and that could have been.
I rescued him so many other times. That was stupid. Where his legs caught, or he's fucking
Jesus.
my tail's in the door, or whatever.
Right.
What was this? Just a
Right.
funny straggler cat around the office?
Yeah, yeah. So
what the fuck?
you'll see this at a lot of vet offices or whatever. You're gonna find a lot of cats or dogs that they rescue. They don't
rescue. Okay.
So like say someone gets like their cat is super hurt, right? And they need to get surgery and they can't afford it. Sometimes the doctor will do it anyways and keep them. Or if one gets hit by a car and they just got brought in, no one knows whose they are, same thing. Yeah. So you'll find a lot of like cats, dogs without like limbs and all this weird stuff, and they'll just be all around. Yeah.
Wow.
And Puffers was perfect. Yeah, perfect Himalayan.
Just an asshole.
Beautiful, just a fucking dick. That was the one thing broken that they could not fix. I wanted so much surgery done. Just remove his brain. He'd be awesome.
Give him a lobotomy.
Can you just take his
looks like a zombie
disposition
cat
away?
walking around.
I'd be so happy. I'd just shoot him with 9 million arrows. So,
that's
anyways, that's my cat story. So, I mean, the bottom line is, I'm super allergic. I can't like
see.
cats.
I grew up with only cats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you know, some of them were bitches.
Yeah,
you know, like
sure.
some of them weren't like friendly, cuddle, like pet
Most
kind of cats. You know,
Yeah.
It's hit or miss with them. You know,
Right.
I feel like dogs are generally easier. You know, it takes a lot to get.
They're more
truly
they're
asshole
affectionate
dog.
too. I mean,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
love you.
Yeah, I think
fuck yeah.
I think
I mean,
yeah,
you're
I think
taking care of them either way. You got to take care of the cat. You got to take care of the dog.
Yeah.
they understand. I think that you are feeding them and taking care of them.
Yeah.
You're living in your home,
Right.
but they will still come around and just look at you like, man,
Yeah.
Well, you're still here?
fuck you,
Snobby sons of
Wow.
bitches.
Pay the mortgage and get out of here.
Right?
That's what they're thinking.
Yeah.
Then go fuck yourself.
Fancy feast again.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Oh.
Open up a can of, for me, I'll open a can of whoop ass for you.
Right.
Yeah. And they usually do. You'll be petting them and they're just like, hey, do you like nails?
Yeah.
And then embed them in your face
Well,
and your
and then
arms.
well, don't they spray everywhere too? Like I've had,
If they're not
I've-
spayed or neutered.
If they're in a gang, yeah, they'll go
Well,
around,
yeah,
they'll
it's like-
spray up
it's
the
like
walls.
I've worked with people who have come into work like in the morning and they're just like, oh my god, I woke up this morning and my cat fucking peed all over my shit. Like what?
Why don't you flush?
talking about?
Stop shitting in the cat's face.
Stop,
Like, yeah,
stop
they just
shitting on the floor and they won't piss
peed
on it.
all over my shit.
Yeah.
I was like, why is that even worth it then? You know, to keep the cats.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
I saw
like
a video yesterday of a cat.
Have you ever
was,
had that?
Like in the morning? No, because all our cats were always spayed or neutered. I think that's a thing. If
So
they're
wait,
not-
when you spay or neuter a cat, it doesn't pee?
no,
Well, I don't
not
think
all
that's what
over you.
spraying
I think
is.
it. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I'm saying
No,
is,
they
He's like,
generally
"You're
do it
mine."
in the litter box.
okay. See, I always
think it's
thought
like
it
a
was-
territorial
I
thing,
thought
like,
I always thought it was a
yeah.
territorial thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, why do you have to have territory over my Aeropostale T-shirt?
Why are you pinching your nipples? Are you into it?
Turns me on a little bit.
Kitty
So I was at the
You don't
MGM and
need
I
to own my
saw
Levi's.
I was at the MGM and I saw the cats there spray the shit out of someone that was really
Really?
close. Oh yeah, just spray. You saw them just like their hair gets sprayed back. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
And then were they all of a
What,
sudden just looking
the
around
tigers?
And then
yeah.
and then
There was
they're
tigers
just
in
like,
there and they just fucking blam.
like a patron or whatever.
Yeah,
Somebody on the
I guess.
outside. of the,
I mean, maybe it was a security guard. I don't know. They were just
Well, there was
undercover,
that
but
whole
it was
South
just
Park
some lady.
episode. Did you guys ever see that one where they were
of a spraying cat.
cheesing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where they would hook up a cat to a contraption and then like antagonize it or like, and then until it would like spray in your face and it was like a super high. You'd go. There's one Kenny, I think it was, kept cheesing. And every time he cheesed, he went off to that. What's that movie? The cartoon rock and roll movie from like the 80s.
Heavy metal?
Heavy metal.
Every time he did,
Jinx.
every time he cheesed, he would like go off into heavy metal world, and it was like super heavy metal world. You know, like everything had
funny.
like 16 boobs on it and
my
stuff
God.
like that.
Dude, I was freaking out.
That reminds me of the of that South
First
Park
saw that.
episode where they do the Red Rocket with the
Oh
dogs.
yeah, I was going to
Oh,
mention that
God.
too.
Oh.
That's pretty gross.
Hey, check this out, Red Rocket. Nobody understands what they're doing.
I remember going to my friend's house. He was 5 years older. The only reason he was friends with me, I mean, later it was he liked me, but he liked my sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he was way into my sister, so he put up with me.
You think you'd like her now?
No. Yeah. No. I hate to put a downer on this, but I heard he passed away.
Oh my
He had a
god!
cancer,
Oh my
yeah.
god! Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he
Jeez.
was, no, but here's the deal.
Did he leave her anything in his will?
No. No. Heavy metal.
6 children.
Oh, yes,
and
right.
a copy of Heavy
So
Metal.
There you go.
he actually was the first one that showed me some weird stuff. So I went to his house. He was watching heavy
Wait,
metal.
what do you mean weird stuff?
Let me explain.
right,
that does sound really
End of
weird.
story.
He's the first. He's the
was
first
gonna-
guy that raped me.
Yeah.
Everyone, it was really a weird experience.
He
I
took
went
out a corn cob,
No, he was an
and-
amazing guy, but he was older. So I went to his house and he was watching heavy metal, and I saw that part with a robot and the naked chick, and I did not understand. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? She's naked and it's a cartoon, right? He also actually showed me my first porno mag too.
Nice.
And I was like 12, and I'm like, yeah.
What-
I might
was
have been
it
younger.
Was it a Penthouse Playboy?
No, it was gross. Whatever it was, like it was more than I should have seen.
Okay.
Like it was not like a. It was
So
not like
the
a training
classy
bra.
gentleman's-
You know.
Yeah.
It was. It was like yeah.
Yeah. That's
I remember
that's that. I'm sorry, Mike.
No, I was gonna say I remember the first porno mag I saw was like, it disturbed me. It was like, it wasn't even like super attractive women. It was like very average women, and
But you were young though.
But doing
right?
gross stuff, right?
You were
yeah,
young,
and then there was like I think some aged women too. Like it was thinking back now.
was it a family album? A weird one?
Oh man.
I sure hope not.
Were you in the basement?
No, I don't know who a neighbor or something showed it. It was disgusting thinking back to it. It was literally like I think there was a gray-haired woman.
Yeah.
in this.
Wow. Wow.
And he's like, yeah, take a look at this.
Yeah.
Fucking
Social
sick
Security is
fuck.
kind of going in the shitter, so you got to make your money somehow.
Everybody's got to make a living.
That's right.
Well, it's funny that we're on this topic because, like, I grew up like the first experiences were like blurred channels, and then occasionally, like, for whatever reason, we actually had like clear channels growing up. But
Boy, that was the day, huh?
yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
rich.
You didn't have to wait for that 1 second of I think that's a nipple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So let's explain
But-
that. I mean,
but-
have we explained this before about that kind of moment where you're looking at the channels that you don't have on cable,
right.
and it just kind of like it has this decrypting. It's
Well,
like an encryption. Excuse me.
It's like the vertical hold of the old CRT televisions is off, and then you just can't see it. And
then
of the red, green, blue line screen that's coming through, maybe red and blue, so it looks like there's some
And then
kind of
just
a
like a
3D
flash
image,
of maybe
and then
a
all of a
nipple.
sudden it's
Yeah.
like, oh, that might be a breast,
Right.
but I don't know.
Yeah.
Super distorted
And- yeah,
picture.
and then
so
it's
sorry, I didn't
Well,
mean
no,
to
I
cut
was-
you
I
off.
was
not
Go
even
on.
that white
I was
snow.
going to say my first experience with nudie mag was actually on a trip up to Northern California, and we stayed with a college roommate of my dad's, and the bedroom I stayed in, because he had like a really nice house up at Davis, and the bedroom I stayed in, I was like curious young kid or whatever, and I was like started looking through all the drawers in this bedroom, right? And I opened one of this bottom drawers of this dresser, filled
Oh, boy.
with like 70s and 80s Playboys.
Oh my
Holy
God,
shit.
filled.
Yeah, completely filled. With,
Like,
like
that's-
vintage Playboys.
As
And
a
I was
music
like,
lover, I would say
boing.
I would say that's a big Bush collection.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my God.
But that was, I think that was the first time I'd ever seen a nudie mag.
Nirvana.
Sure.
My experience were always TV stuff.
Toad the wet sprocket.
Glycerine.
Yeah, you know what? I was probably 12, 11 or 12, and there was a kid who lived at the corner of the cul-de-sac that I grew up on, and his name was Tori, and his dad had just a huge box. I didn't know it at the time, and then all of a sudden, one summer, we're playing, and he's like, "Hey, come over to my house. We'll get some sodas or whatever." And we're in his garage, and
look at some porn.
He's going through his dad's box. He's like, "Hey, check this out." And it was the first time I'd ever seen
wow.
a naked woman. And I opened up the pages, and I think, Colin, it was probably a lot, what you found with, 80s. And,
Yeah.
I mean, this was like 70s, 80s penthouse.
It wasn't
which is-
good.
I mean, yeah, there's a woman sitting there, totally sprayed eagle, but you can't see anything because of all the hair.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, but the breasts were great. And I was just like, oh my God, is that what a woman really looks like?
Yeah.
Naked?
We saw it and we liked it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then 2
We're
seconds.
coming back for more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
two seconds after opening up the magazine, I was, my first thought is, I gotta go home real quick.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna figure out another thing.
I gotta go take a shit.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
borrow
I gotta
one
go,
of
yeah,
these,
yeah.
please.
Don't put these away.
Yeah.
I'll be right
I'm gonna
back.
take this with me real quick. All right. You can hold my library card. I'll bring it back.
Right,
Don't worry.
right. Yeah, as collateral.
Yeah, the first time you see porn or do those things, like are involved in it, it's a weird thing as a kid. I
Yeah.
remember that
Yeah.
so distinctly because it's just like it's definitely a coming of age type thing.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Well,
And
I
I think
think-
everybody goes
Yeah.
through it
Well,
too.
for me, it was interesting because I don't remember associating like the first, like seeing the first stuff, like with whacking it or anything. Like
No,
that.
absolutely
like,
not.
Oh,
it
I
was
was
more
whacking
like
it way before then.
voyeur kind of deal. You're like,
Yeah.
you knew you weren't supposed to be watching this.
Yep.
You kind of didn't know exactly
And
why.
that was the thrill.
You know? And
Yes.
Kind of like I'm doing something bad and it's hot.
I was
Yeah.
like 6 or 7. With
Oh,
that
really?
first
See, yeah,
experience. I was like,
I was old-
I think
older
I got
than
a little
that.
sick to my stomach because I'm like, this is this. And then even the first time I saw an actual full live action porno,
Yeah.
I remember I was like, I felt a little sick because I
Sure.
was like, it just made me kind of nervous.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't.
You get
all awkward.
anything where it's hard for you to explain. You're just like, what is
didn't
going on?
fucking understand
Yeah.
it. I'm like, oh god.
Plus,
Why is he hurting her?
You don't have this. Yeah, you don't have the same motivations when you're 5 or 6. You know, you're
Yeah.
just like, I want to see Care Bears and I want some more He-Man.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. What is this? You know, so
Like,
Did-
that's what women have under their shirt.
Did speaking of all of this crazy stuff, but interesting question. Did I don't know. Maybe it happens to everyone.
sure,
or
go
whatnot.
ahead. I'm scared now, but
Joe,
I
I'm
can't wait.
I'm sure you can see where I'm going with this, but I was walked in on as a kid.
Masturbating?
Yeah, it was a mortifying. I think
shit.
I was upstairs. I was supposed to be taking a nap. I was young,
Okay.
but not I mean, I was
Take a
was,
nap. Do not
well-
whack off. Take a nap.
well versed in the ways of.
Were you well rested after that?
But I remember, I think I was homesick or something, and my mom comes upstairs and to like open the door to check on me, and she opens it up, and there I am,
Yeah,
right
hey.
there. I'm just like, hey,
Now, okay, tell me what technique we're
And
using.
I think it just well, I was still young.
This is
so-
important, yeah.
So it
That's
wasn't.
why I asked.
It wasn't.
You just had to
the-
touch it. And
It
Yeah.
wasn't like how I would do it now.
Right, like
it's just
polishing the pipe.
between the fingers kind of thing, like up and down.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't even know.
Because
If that makes
I've heard
sense.
these techniques. I've heard
You're fucking the mattress.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah, no, I
you rub
wasn't-
you rub the tip.
I hadn't
like you're
graduated.
gonna make a
I
genie
hadn't
come out.
graduated to the satin finish of my sleeping bag yet.
So this is this is a few. So you just rub the tip like you're polishing it.
I
Like
wasn't doing
I've
that.
heard
No,
about
that's
that
way
one.
too sensitive.
Yeah,
I can't do that.
And I've heard
Maybe.
people just kept doing that till that happened. You know what you were talking about, or any variation of some kind of shaft stroking,
Yes.
and then
I remember rubbing the top
Yeah.
of my dick. That was like one
right,
of my first
and that's
things.
kind of
was
the
just,
first
like,
one I was talking
rubbing-
about.
That's a good way to get like
Yeah.
16
A
different
genie to
diseases
come out.
too, isn't it, Michael?
Probably.
And then there's the smash technique. Have you heard of
God.
this? Where you basically
where you beat
lay
it
on
up?
where you lay on your hand and you just pump your hand on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
I was that guy,
Did you?
Yeah.
and so I was caught
you
too.
went for the full Monty. You were like, trying to fuck something.
Yeah, I
Wanted the
guess
whole
my
experience
hand.
with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Well,
that,
yeah, was your hand.
Yeah.
So your mom walked in on you?
Well, no, I would just do it wherever. So there wasn't walking in.
What's
I
Joe
just-
doing in the corner
Yeah,
over there?
exactly
Joe, we are
right.
having dinner. Would you put that
Exactly.
away?
And I
please?
know there's a lot of information, but I'm going to be honest. You know, I was a kid, you know, so
Right.
I'm 5, 6, 7 years old, 35 years old, and I'm doing this, right? No, I'm kidding. But I'm young, you know, I'm doing this. And she caught me and she says, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm exercising."
Oh,
You
so
told-
that was
oh,
true.
yeah.
The
And
truth.
that's where it came from, yeah. So I would tell. So I've
Exercising.
mentioned that before. I really did say,
Oh, and she was actually curious what you were doing. Like, she
no.
No,
She
she
was
knew.
She
asking
knew
me,
exactly
trying
what
to
you
get.
were doing,
You
yeah.
know, my mom's
She
very
knew
good
what
at
you were
this.
doing,
She was
okay.
she was
she's
interrogating
cool,
me.
she's
What are you
cool.
doing? And I said, "Oh, I'm exercising." She's like, "Go exercise in your room." And I was like, "All right."
Way to roll with the punches, mom.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, way to understand boys.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
see,
Very
good,
cool.
Good for her on that.
Here's the deal though. I wouldn't. I'd still just do it wherever.
No, thanks,
Like-
Mom. I'm good. I'm gonna
I'm
stay
good.
right
I'm
here.
gonna do, dude. I did it once on the
Grandma and
sidewalk.
Grandpa are
I
fine.
did it once on the sidewalk.
What?
Yeah, I was just like, let's do this on the sidewalk.
How-
Total voyeur. You're just
Yeah,
like,
no, I was just like, hey, this. I want that weird feeling, and I want it
waiting
now.
waiting for the mail.
Would you actually, come in your fucking?
No, I'm a
pants?
little kid.
Well, you
No.
don't come when
Yeah.
you're a little kid. It's just the
Yeah,
sensation
it was
of
nothing. Nothing happened. And the weird thing is you
kinda
could do
feel
it.
like something
you could do it
hap- like
no,
something happened.
Nothing happened for me, but it was like I could do it like 10 times in a row. It was crazy. I was like
Jesus.
Superman. But I do remember the first time it did happen.
Blowing air.
Well, let me,
I was
okay.
gonna say,
that was crazy.
follow up question. What was your initial thought? Because
Okay.
mine was just everywhere. I'm just like, what the fuck's wrong with
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I had no
I'm
idea what it
leaking.
was.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I had no
Okay,
idea.
I was shocked and scared.
I thought I just
like
picked a
like you were
bunch
talking
of
about. You
unprocessed
Yeah, I was
milk
like,
or
did I just
something like
pee?
that. Yeah.
I just peed while I did this. I've never done that before.
I
but
peed
now
and did this. I'm
and
like a
now-
Superman.
Yeah.
I thought only girls could do multiple things at
Yeah,
once.
well, no.
Anyways, here's the deal. I remember it happening, and I was freaked out.
Right.
So I went into my closet and I pulled out my microscope. No joke.
You looked at it.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's me.
You're like, what the fuck's
I need
coming
to,
out of me?
and I took out the 2 little glass rectangles, and I
Oh
went,
God.
and I put it under there, and I
Bill
until
Nye.
I'm like, holy shit, because I knew
Semen.
as I'm doing it, because I've learned. I was 13. I've learned,
Right.
But I was like, I gotta confirm.
Right.
Did
Yeah.
you see fucking
is-
sperm swimming
Yeah, I
around?
didn't have
This
that
is-
great of a microscope, but
You
I
have
did
a
see movement.
electron.
Yeah,
It was a Fisher Price Tasco.
No, it was
bag.
better than that. I mean, like I was into all that stuff, so I was just
Oh,
like,
shit.
I did see like very lightly. It was very small.
Did you taste
He
it?
put it over. Put it over
No.
put it over
No,
the Bunsen
man.
burner.
I'm not that
Over the
curious
Bunsen
of that mystery. That was way too much.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was like 2 years later.
I hope that microscope got destroyed.
At
least the slides.
That was
That's when the microscope
Pass
and
that down to
and
somebody.
the easy bake oven came together. It was making fucking baked products.
No, that was that
Yeah.
was his last tour of duty. I'd have to say that was the last time. I used it a lot more before that.
Yeah.
I don't know who else was walked in. I know Mike said he was walked in on.
I was.
My sister walked in on me, or I was down. I was fucking brazen. I was like on the couch. It was late at night though. Everybody else was asleep, and I was watching a movie like Skinamax or something.
Right.
Just went at it, and she comes down the stairs, and I quickly went, like yanked up my pants or whatever, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And she's like,
Just
"What
turned
are
white.
you doing?" Like,
Oh man.
so accusatory and like, nah,
Right.
you little shit,
You're like, what the fuck do you
Embarrass
think I'm doing?
Embarrass the hell out of me.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Has
She's 7 years older than me, so she was a little witch.
now
No, she was cool.
now be honest, Michael.
I love your sister. She's
Yeah,
so
no,
awesome.
no, she was cool.
Has that ever come up in conversations since? Like, does she bring that up every once in a while? Like, what are you doing, Michael?
Maybe,
yeah.
Yeah,
maybe, yeah, probably.
probably.
She's one to dig like that for sure.
Yeah.
Oh God.
like even now, like,
Oh yeah.
just joking. Hey, Michael, what are you doing?
Maybe if she thought about it, I'm sure she would.
Yeah.
That it's probably gone from her mind. I don't know.
Probably.
I hope it has. I remember that time I caught my little brother jacking off.
Right? Yeah.
See, my sister doesn't do that, but she does try to get information out.
Oh yeah.
She's very Mormon
weird.
now.
That's weird.
So she's like, "So you and Lauren living together?" And I'm like,
Oh my God, we're all
"Oh my
adults
god,
here, right?
you
Come
and
on.
We're
David
roommates."
having 20 kids?"
Does he ever take it out,
Oh god,
Shit.
or does it just live in there now?
does the doctor have to pull it out when the baby comes?
Sir, I just have to move this out of the way for a moment.
Oh my god, so
Get right back in there after I'm through. Hey.
just hey doc, you
I
tell me
promise
when
you-
you're done. It's my turn after
I
that.
promise you, sir, it'll just be a minute.
Is there any way we could just surgically make this permanent? Is there any way she can just blow the kids out her ass so I never have to pull out? Come on, make it happen. I've seen Human Centipede. Something can happen.
It's 2014. Where's our science
Yeah, come
now?
on.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
That's
yeah,
pretty funny.
Yeah. So, wow, we really went into a crazy subject for males. All males out there know. They know.
And I think it's got to be a pretty common story too.
Oh, my
You
God.
know,
Well,
like
no, most
everybody's
guys
been
aren't.
walked in on,
It's just-
and everybody.
Most guys aren't
Yeah,
comfortable.
I mean, I
talking
almost
like
got caught once too. I mean, I'm pretty
Almost?
sure I did.
Yeah.
But it was like one of those things I thought it was smooth. Like turn the chair, close the window, because I had a PC in my room for a long time. You know.
Yeah.
So I was like, Dad opens the door, just kind of like turn the chair and fucking close the window on the PC. Be like, hey,
Right.
Dad, what's
And
going on?
what's up, man?
Not doing anything.
Hey, what you doing over here?
You're not supposed to be home from work yet. What's
you up to?
going on?
What do you want for dinner?
Yeah, right. It's like that question. It's like, hey, what are you doing here? It's like, I fucking live here. What are you doing?
I ask the questions around here, kid.
This is my house.
Hey, son, what are you jacking off to? All right.
Yeah.
Enjoy your
I'm
night.
wanking it here. Come
Let
on.
me see some of that.
Knockfest.
Well, you know what? I mean, that's probably the best case scenario for a parent, like that. That the child covers
Well,
up or
yeah,
whatever. Can you imagine the fucking child just like
And they just keep eye contact, and they're just fucking jacking
Right.
it.
Yeah.
They jack off harder when you walk in. Oh, God, yeah!
Don't leave yet.
Oh, I just found out something I like.
Oh, that's just weird.
I finally found the right goddamn video. Get out of here.
And it's you.
That might be just slightly worse.
Making
Just slightly worse.
macaroni and cheese for dinner. Goodbye.
Check out my elbow noodle.
Well,
God.
you know, you have boys.
I do.
And we talked about it.
I'm
Yeah.
having a boy, so it's gonna happen.
Yeah, you know.
We're gonna know what they're doing in the room whether we walk in or
Well,
not.
Joe mentioned, I've already talked about it in the shower where Brandon's just like,
right.
you know, washing himself extra good. Like, dude, would you get the hell out of the shower now? I don't need to see that. He's like, no, I just got to wash myself. Like, no, it's
Dig
clean.
deep in a loofah, and I just want to
Yeah.
keep this going.
It's not
It's
clean yet.
clean.
Oh, Dad, I washed it so good. I'm kind of chafed now. I need to put lotion on it now.
Yep.
Right.
I exfoliated way too much. Some of that Aveeno, please.
And so,
And can you
alone
leave the
time?
room? Can you leave
Right.
the room?
Just leave it. Leave it on the
On the
bedside,
nightstand.
Dad.
That's right.
Just walk away.
Do you have any nice music I can listen to?
Well, I remember, and see, I'm thinking about that now, and you know, they're both. Well, Brandon more so than Blake just yet, but you know, he's coming of age and he's talking about girls. Like he's made comments about how he thinks girls are sexy, and
Wow.
he'll watch.
Sexy.
Well, yeah, like there's that Carl's Jr. commercial where that fucking hot chick's on the beach and
eating
she's
the
just
fish
eating that
sandwich?
burger, and then she takes her top off, and Brandon, you know, I mean,
He's like, man, I want to fuck that hamburger.
yes, yes. I'm gonna have sex with her, and then I'm gonna eat the shit out of that hamburger. It's the two best things.
The best of both worlds,
Yeah,
huh, Dad?
You've already nailed it, son. You've got life figured out.
That's when I give him a high five and go back into the
Well,
garage.
there's no
to
discussion here, buddy.
work with tools. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna try and remain, you know, just sensitive to the whole thing.
Sure.
You know, I think you know I
have to
remember
be.
vividly back after the scenario where I was walked in on my mom. It was, you know, summer, home from school. My mom, unbeknownst to me at the time, called my dad. My dad is home now in the middle of the day. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing home? He's like, son, we need to go upstairs and talk. And we go upstairs, and he sits me down and he says, so your mother called and said that. I mean, it was just so
Oh, God.
fucking awkward.
Wow.
And I didn't want to be
Yikes.
there. I could tell my dad didn't want to be there. He's like, you know, I mean, the only thing that he could really say was, you know, he's like, well, you know, I mean, just the next time it happens, just, you know, lock the door. I'm screaming inside going, I thought I did. I thought I
Right,
did.
right.
I had no idea.
So,
and
so let me ask you a
Well,
question.
on that- I was gonna say.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I mean, you brought up another kind of interesting one that goes along with that. The talk, you know.
right. Yeah. And that's another thing that I'm going to try.
Was that
and-
when did you get the full talk then? Or was
You know
it-
what? I never actually got the full talk.
Yeah.
My parents were both, and I don't know, maybe it was like kind of the whole, you know, like Christian religion thing where they didn't feel comfortable talking about it or whatnot, or just denied it happened. But, you know, our education, I'll call it, was a video that they showed us on VHS, The Miracle of Life.
Oh,
So very
yeah.
religious.
And,
I
yeah.
think we got that in like health class or whatever.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
yeah.
Probably.
Oh, you were in
probably.
a Christian
It was,
school.
yeah, it
But
was
that
funny
was-
because they had to separate the guys and girls when they watched it, and I remember like it was
Well, 'cause
complete-
it shows a dude getting a boner, but it's like
Yeah.
it's like an infrared or something like that. Or it only
well, it was
shows.
complete.
What the
and it was,
fuck? Is Predator watching this shit?
it's
Nice
funny.
dick, son.
Get to the boner.
It was completely
Get to the
silent
boner
when
if
we
you want to
watched
fuck.
it. When we watched it, because they had to wait outside,
Right.
and it was
Right.
completely silent when we watched it, and then when they actually, I think it happened in reverse because they were making all these funky like all these groans and
Ew,
screams
that happened?
and everything like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
when we watched it, it was completely silent. They're like, "Oh my god, wasn't that?" And we're like, "No, we don't have to give birth." And we're like, "We get the good end of this."
Right. Yeah. I definitely. I just
you
have
get
to.
this end of this.
I just have to help. Yeah.
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 I'm in a supporting role for this one. This is all you.
See, my parents did a good job. They had a book. There was a book. It was non-religious, and it just described like
Right.
boys and girls and
Right.
as they grow and how everything works.
Right.
It was non-religious, and even though I grew up, Catholic, it just was one of those things. They showed me very young,
See,
and
I
they
think-
were very open to like, hey, we're not going to come to you to talk. You come to us. So
Right.
if anything comes
okay.
up, just come to us.
that's
just
smart.
be comfortable because we don't want to come to you and you be uncomfortable. So if you have any questions, just be open to the fact that we'll answer it. You don't be embarrassed.
No
just come to us
judgment.
That sounds
about
like a good way to do it.
anything. And I would.
That's a
I
good
would.
approach.
And there was some stuff I was like, fuck that. You know, I was like, I'll figure this out on
Mom,
my own.
I
you
got
know?
questions about anal.
Yeah. Dad, have you ever been with 3 women at the same time? No. Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Do women like anal, Mom?
Do furries turn you on? So, I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, I wasn't thinking in those terms. That's pretty advanced. But,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
they were very comfortable with the fact that
That's
that
great.
was their approach. It was great. It was great. But I found that I figured a lot of the stuff out on my own. I remember I want to say it was 5th grade, and we were at the carnival at the school I went to.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, it just dawned on me. A penis goes in a vagina. It makes so much sense, and I was just like, I felt like Isaac Newton, like just holy
That was
shit!
that was your light bulb
And I was
moment.
just, no one was around me, no one said anything. I was just walking. I saw a girl. I'm like, hey, and I'm like, oh, there it is. Okay.
Did you lie down on the ground and start?
I just went right. No, I
the
was.
shit out of his
Oh,
palm.
shit, okay.
I was past
I
that.
wished
Now
you did.
I had.
wished you did.
Now I have shame. At that point, I had shame. So no.
Oh.
Yeah, but if I was maybe 10 years younger, oh yeah,
Oh man,
I'm going in that concrete.
I never got the talk when I was a kid. The only thing my dad ever said to me was he kind of talked to me when my parents divorced when I was 18, and he was basically just like, be safe, don't be stupid. That was like all he said to me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like, and that
Okay.
was it. But the extent of it. But there was a funny moment when I was like 15, I think.
Yeah.
And I actually had this girl hanging out at my house, and we were all like, me, my dad, mom, I don't know where my sister was, and I was hanging out with this girl, and we were watching something on TV or whatever, and it was like a commercial. It was like, talk to your kids about sex. My dad looks over at me and he goes, it's like, so what do you know about sex? And I was like,
As you're sitting next to this girl.
yeah. I was like,
Jeez.
and he's like, they're never going to have any.
Wow.
And then the girl looks over at him and goes, I don't know about that.
that was an interesting moment there.
Yeah,
Wow.
wow. He just
Oh yeah,
sledgehammered.
he
just-
laid
he
the
was so-
smackdown right
Yeah,
there.
that's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was the last time I ever had a girl.
WWF you right there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, we got like 8 minutes. Do you guys want to get into the questions? We got 2
Yeah.
questions. Are you
Let's
interested?
answer some questions.
So I remember one of them, Ryan Stout from Arizona. I don't know
From
where-
Scottsdale,
Arizona.
Glendale.
He's just
Glendale.
he's right now double dutching with his wife.
Is this a listener we know personally?
I mean
I feel like I do.
yeah, me too.
I've known this
Yeah.
fucking guy a long
He's
time.
fucking awesome.
All right.
Awesome
He's
dude.
fucking awesome.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
So,
All right.
fucking Ryan's asked
Ryan from
basically,
Scottsdale.
knowing who we are.
Not Scottsdale.
No, it's
Scottsdale,
not. It's
Arizona.
not, but it's a joke. So
It actually took
Oh.
offense.
he did. Oh yeah, it's
No,
because
he-
it's a snobby area.
Yeah,
that's
he
what he
said-
said.
snooty.
Yeah.
He said,
I
"No,
didn't
I don't
realize
live
that
in
was-
Scottsdale. Too snobby for my taste."
There you go.
So-
So here's the deal. He basically asked, knowing who we are, would we be friends with ourselves? Right? Is that the question? Basically?
Yeah.
Paraphrasing.
Yeah, I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's
Sure.
That's basically
Okay.
it.
Fair enough.
I would say yes. But one thing that would bug me is I'm really generous, and people that are generous, like, it just feels uncomfortable for me. I like being generous, but when
But
people
not-
are super...
yeah,
But you're like
getting
the
I know what you mean.
generated
So that's
too.
one of those things where I'm like, no, I'm cool, man. I don't want. I mean, I'd love to have a friend like that. I'd love to have someone that could do that, but I just don't personally. I just feel uncomfortable with that stuff. It just is weird. It's weird, even if it's like $5, or $1.
Right.
If I'm in a jam, then cool, help me out. But I'm definitely paying you back. But
Right,
yeah,
right.
it's just a weird thing about me. It's the
Yeah.
only thing I'd have a rough time with myself.
It's kind of an interesting question because I feel like if you wouldn't be friends with yourself, you
don't
that's
like
kind of like
yourself?
a strange, a strange feeling. And I mean, I know for me, I obviously being into the same stuff that I would be into,
Yeah. Probably
having
awesome.
like PC gaming friend and Magic the Gathering friend, all the stuff that I'm into or whatnot. But in the same sense, I think about the friends that I actually do have. At least some of the friends, they're kind of like outgoing, talkative, like more spontaneous, exciting.
That's
which-
totally not us.
which is-
Podcasters, yeah, exactly.
which is kind of the yin to my yang because I'm very go with the flow. Don't I don't really care what's going on. So I guess
don't
in a
rock
way,
the boat.
probably being friends with myself might
Might take
get
you away
boring
from that.
or
And-
like But I don't know. It's
That's
hard to
really
say.
interesting you say that, because I think one thing that I attach to is introverts as well.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I have a lot of friends. I have tons of friends who are extroverts, but I have a
Yeah.
lot of friends that I'm really close with that are introverts.
Yeah.
And it's because it works well. You know
Right.
what I mean? It
Right.
works
Yeah.
well. Not that I have a preference. It's just I latch on to people like that. So I
Yeah.
get that. Yeah. I like that.
See, it's the opposite, being an introverted person for the most part.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a lot better now that I'm older, but
I'm super
definitely when I was
introverted.
when I was younger, I was very
not.
kept to myself. You know, I
Yeah.
was not one to go out.
That's just your
go out of my
personality.
way.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's kind of an interesting question. What do you guys
Yeah. What about
feel
you guys?
about it?
You know, I don't know. I mean, I definitely have moments of self-loathing where, you know, I'm like, oh, fucking stupid, and this
Well,
and that.
we
But-
all do that.
No, of course. But yeah, I mean, overall, I mean,
Yeah.
I think,
You guys
I
could
think
yawn
I think
together.
I'm a good friend. I'm not perfect, obviously.
No,
but,
well, nobody is though.
You are a good friend.
I think part of being a friend though is, you know, realizing that nobody's perfect and looking and
Looking past those things.
being able to identify, you know, the faults of the people who you call friends and looking past those, because it really doesn't fucking matter.
I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely try to be considerate. I feel like I'm a pretty considerate
I
person.
will say that about you. You are actually, out of anyone, you two actually, both Mikes here, I think you're both extremely considerate. Out of anyone I know, I think you're very, very, very
That's something
considerate.
that
Very-
I value, consideration
Yeah,
for the
and I
most
can
part.
see that, yeah.
But you know what? I definitely have a mean streak in me. Like, if I felt like somebody has been inconsiderate to me
Sure,
or
sure.
they
Sure.
rubbed me the wrong way, I hold a grudge for a little while. So that's
Really?
yeah,
Oh,
a little bit.
okay.
A little bit. And you know, it's funny. I think after my mom in that way, because she's the same way.
Yeah, she'll just keep
Oh, yeah.
mentioning that same person or thing.
Yeah, she holds on to shit. I don't hold on to it forever, but
Sure.
yeah, no. So consideration and no, that's consideration. That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one. So,
All right.
yeah, I guess like Colin said. I mean, you're doing the same things, you know. So
Right.
yeah, that's
right.
cool.
Right.
MD, what about you?
I think I would probably be a good friend to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Would
know,
you enjoy the friendship?
Well, it's like it's like Mike said. You know, I'm not perfect.
No.
You know, just
You are though, Michael.
being generous and you know, considerate. I mean, you know, I could give an example of how considerate Mike was tonight. You know, so it holds true to what you said, Joe.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think you know, overall, I you know, I'd enjoy hanging out with myself.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I think it's like, if you don't answer that question in this way, then you're not happy where you're at.
right. And
But that's fine.
yeah.
You just keep working.
Totally
You
content.
just
Yeah.
keep working. I mean,
Where
that's
I'm
just
at.
what life is about.
Such
but,
a work in
you know,
progress.
and I still have tons
Oh,
further
we
to
all
go,
do.
but, you know, I
Sure.
like where I'm at.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I have plenty of friends. I mean,
Yeah.
not to put anybody down, but you know, I have plenty of friends that are, you know, not great situations or
Right.
you know, have problems or whaver. But
Yeah, but so I
it's-
mean,
yeah.
so does everyone else.
Yeah.
You know. And,
Oh yeah.
And
Oh
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh
look
yeah.
past it
Big
and-
time.
Yeah.
But you just,
I think it'd be you know cool. I mean, I have someone to surf with and laugh. And, you know,
Yeah,
you play
just
some video
rub
games.
your two
sporadically
perfect
with
titties
and
together and,
rub our
you know.
titties together and.
yeah.
it takes a
You
lot.
can-
Plus two
You
makes
know.
4.
Oh, man.
Takes a lot for
I mean,
me to not get along with somebody.
actually, you know what? If it was a carbon copy of me, because I'm, you know, in the market for a lady at some point, there would
Wow.
obviously be some clashing between like, wait a minute, I saw her first.
Okay.
And I've never experienced that before because my tastes differ greatly from those of, you know, the 4 siblings that I have.
You're getting
You
into
know,
a
or the
really
two-
deep
or the
thing. He
two
knows all your
brothers that I
logins.
had.
He
Yeah.
knows, he just
Right, yeah.
takes your money. Yeah.
Where's all my fucking money?
So, well, we got just a little bit. What's the second question? I know it's kind of serious, but let's do it. We got a couple minutes
Is it
left.
kind of serious?
That's right.
We know it's kind of serious.
Let's do it. Yes, if we learn from our mistakes, then why is it we are so afraid to make a mistake?
Wait,
I guess it's that validation that we learned.
if we learn from our mistakes,
Why
why
is
are we so afraid to make them?
I think it is really honestly that feeling of progress. Because if you make another mistake, you're like, fuck, I know this.
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't have done this again.
Uh-huh.
Like, and I think it becomes something more apparent as you get into your 30s and I'm assuming your 40s. Because right now, if I make mistakes, I'm like, fuck, I know this. Why didn't you do that?
Right.
And it seems tough because it's not like this, you know, this
So,
trial.
Are you are you translating this question into making the same mistake twice?
Well, I suppose so.
'Cause that's kind of what it sounds like.
Mistakes in general, because I mean, as I go along with life, like, you know, I do more research. You know, I'll look on the internet, I'll ask other people, I'll plan more. You know,
Okay.
Before, you know, you just kind of run for it. Things happen, you're like, shit, and then you learn. Now it's like, because I have so many resources, I'm older and I understand how these things work. Like, you know, I go through those motions. I do my research. I ask my friends. I'll ask for experiences. So when that mistake happens, it's almost like, God, I'm scared of doing it because I feel like I have enough armor, you know, now to get through those situations.
Right.
I suppose that's what it is. That maturation that really makes it tough.
Sure. And it's kind of like taking a chance. You know, sometimes you enter into something that you may have not done before.
Right.
And you're taking a chance. You know, you may not have all the information.
Right.
So you may be, you know, a little bit afraid of that. But if it's something that you're repeatedly doing,
Right.
which I'm sure all of us still do, like, why, you know, you're just beating your head against the wall. Why did I do that again?
Right.
You know,
Right.
and that's, you know, I wonder what. I don't know what the explanation behind doing that was.
You know, it's funny that we mentioned this, or I'm just coincidental that you know, that this was our second question. But I was just talking to someone about this a couple days ago, and she had mentioned that, you know, she did not particularly enjoy subscribing to the fact of, you know, well, everything happens for a reason,
Right,
you know,
right.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know, my whole view on that has been that, you know, I think, you know, the decisions that we make, and you know, the mistakes that we make, and the, you know, just the things that we decide to do are, you know, just part of, you know, age and experience, and then just part of, you know, just not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, you know, we know where this is going to lead if we make this decision. We know, you know, we've been down this road before. You know, it's like getting drunk on a Friday night. It's like you get drunk the first time when you're young, and you wake up the next morning, your head hurts, you're hungover, you're like, oh my God, I'm never drinking again. But, you know, next week, you're right back there.
You know,
Like,
150,000
fucking party.
Saturdays later.
Yeah, seriously.
Exactly.
And you keep doing it.
I think a better way to put it is, you get into a relationship, it doesn't work, and then you start getting into a relationship, and it's almost that fear of making that same mistake holds you back.
Or the fear of getting hurt.
But that's that same
opening-
mistake,
like opening
quote
yourself up,
unquote.
right, yeah.
You know, so, wow, it's, I mean, I
Could
guess
be.
it's just,
Yeah.
it's that muscle memory. It's that muscle
I
memory.
mean, I don't like making mistakes.
Yeah, I was going to say
I don't
I'm
think
very
anybody-
I'm very much of that mindset, which
too.
leads me to not taking a lot of chances.
Yeah.
And being very methodical and,
But
you know, about my decisions and what I'm going to do. You know, I
Sure.
do a lot of, like, I mean, you know, it's hard to say research, like in spur of the moment stuff that comes up. You know, making mistakes, but you know,
Sure.
like stuff like that.
maybe it's also that, you know, I mean, it's arguable that that's why the majority of the people, I guess, living in this world seem like they're just living a day to day, and the people who really make a difference are those ones who do embrace making those mistakes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the forward thinkers, and, you know, the like the entrepreneurs, and, like, you know, how did, you know, like the guy who developed the Tesla car. I mean, you know, my brother and I were just talking about the story about how, you know, he, you know, had a bunch of money, and then he dumped it all into the car, and then he dumped it all into something else and another venture. Now he's onto something else, and it's
Tons of
just
stuff.
all about taking
Yeah.
these risks.
Yeah.
And he was destitute at one point, and then he had millions, and then he was destitute again.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's just
crazy.
it's taking those risks. It's like, you know, a lot of people, I think, choose to live in what they know, you know, in that comfort zone, and what they know is safe, and they don't venture out from that.
It takes
Well,
nerve, and you got to be brave.
You know,
also,
this
you know?
this is the end of the podcast, so let's be brave right now. We're each going to say something funny. All right, Colin, what do you have?
Poop nuggets.
That's funny. Mike Davis.
poop nuggets.
Poop nuggets.
Top that.
Okay. Let's see. I was reading in the newspaper.
Okay, just say a
the other
word.
day.
I don't give a fuck about your newspaper. What words?
Public restroom battle tactics.
Very good. Go ahead, you.
Well, I would like to leave our listeners with something to check out. Finger tutting.
Finger tutting.
Finger tutting.
Jesus.
Okay.
Google it.
All right. And I'm going to say banana hammock hangers. Anyways,
Over the shoulder boulder holder.
hey, that was from actually Punky Brewster. Anyways, thank you again for episode 14 listening.
Yes, thank you.
We did it. We're supposed to say that at the beginning, right?
But we did it. You're gonna make it after all.
Small Jelly! All right, guys.